Hey, nice to see you again. Come on in as usual, you know. Have a seat. Huh. What shall we snack on today? Maybe something sweet. Aha. You might need a little energy for this next video, so, grab you a Snicker, some kind of a chocolate bar, or some kind of candy or something. Give you that sugar rush so that you can watch these videos. And today we'll be watching 5 creepy ghost sightings caught on tape. Number 2. Yes, man. Creepy ghost sightings. Hey, I'm all for it. So, without further ado, let's dive into this reaction.
Up, I've already done a video on 5 creepiest ghost sightings caught on tape, but since there are so many clips out there, I've decided to make another one and will hopefully keep this an ongoing thing.
All
As with
right.
all of my creepy and paranormal videos, hit those lights, sit back and enjoy. The Disneyland Ghost. Disneyland, Florida is one of the biggest tourist attractions in the world, and since its opening in 1955, there have been numerous reports of supposed paranormal activity. There has long been talk of the park being haunted by former workers, and some even say the ghost of Walt Disney has been spotted walking around. In 2009, a security camera may have caught evidence to back up these sightings, possibly proving that Disneyland is indeed haunted. This footage is believed to have captured a ghost walking through Disneyland's haunted mansion and also walking over water at the rivers of America. It was recorded after hours and the park was completely empty. Let's take a look.
Come on now. Fix that footage. It's too bumbleclad shaky. Uh-oh. Something walks there. There it goes. Just strutting along. There it goes again. Kind of curious, I think. It might be a worker walking there because the video footage isn't very good. And with all those lights and stuff, and if you notice,
People say the apparition may be the result of reusing VHS surveillance tapes,
yeah,
but others strongly believe that it could be one of the many ghosts said to haunt
nah,
Disneyland. What
nah.
exactly was captured is still up for debate, and after being resurfaced on Reddit, the investigation as to what the figure was still has no answer. This next
I'm sorry, I have to question that one, and I'm gonna question it simply because if you notice, with all the strange light in there, you see all that, and then they have streaks with them too. If you notice when the figure moves, there's a streak there, which kind of happens with human beings when they walk into bad lighting for cameras, especially back in it looks like a VHS tape. So, that's probably what that was in this specific one. I'm not saying it's not a place ain't haunted because I ain't trying to find out. But what I'm saying is that's what I think is happening there because I've seen VHS tapes where people are walking and you could see, depending on the light, you could see that happening.
ghost video was recorded in around 1992 at 34 Barnby Place, West Yorkshire in the United Kingdom. The owner of the property was getting concerned about all kinds of hauntings and paranormal happenings, so he decided to set up video cameras in an attempt to capture what was responsible for the activity. Over a 10-year period, he began filming strange events in his home,
My
but the
man stayed there
footage
for
he
10
managed to
years.
capture of a figure in the bathroom is by far the best and clearest footage he caught. Take a look.
Oh, that ghost is just a chilling in your bathroom. Is he sitting on a toilet or is he in a chair? Looks like they're sitting in a chair. Are they going to stand up? Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, it stood up. It stood up. and just slipped through the window and went onto the landing. Nice. Now it came back. I'm gonna come back and have a seat, and I'm gonna sit here and stare at you. Want to play the staring game? Uh oh. Uh oh. They walk into the house. That's a whole family of ghosts living there. They're getting ready to go somewhere. Maybe out for the night.
The house was empty at the time, and what's even creepier is that after doing some research on the property, the owner found out that the street the house was built on was originally part of a graveyard. And if that isn't enough to stir up the paranormal, then the fact that 14 children burned to death in the 1940s in an old woolen mill just up the road would certainly explain the ghostly activity. People say that the technology of 1992 when this video was taken was nowhere near as good as it is today, meaning if it is a fake, it's a very good one. So what do you think? Was it a hoax, some sort of light reflection, or proof that
That was
ghosts
not
are
light
real?
reflection. Hey,
In my previous Ghost Caught on
check the vibe out. If there's paranormal activity, then it's everywhere. Because everywhere we live on this planet was possibly a graveyard at some point. Because we don't know every single exact history of every spot that we're living on. So at some point in human history, even just the last 300 years, we don't know. And like, let's say somebody built a house in like 1920 and they put it on a spot. Or let's say they have a house in development and they build a bunch of houses on a spot. Let's say 1920, late 1800s. Now, because of they want to make money, they're not going to tell people that that used to be a burial ground for anything. They'll just like build a house, sell it to you. So he's not only just selling you a house, he's selling you a whole family of ghosts. That's what looks like that happened here.
camera video, I included a clip that showed orbs of light in a forest in Gettysburg. And after searching around, this next clip is easily one of the clearest orb videos out there. It was recorded in the early 1990s by Steve Lee at his haunted house deep in Colorado's Black Forest. Shortly after moving into the home, strange things began happening. Electrical devices would turn off randomly, unexplained orchestras and rattling chains could frequently be heard, and their children started reporting sightings of shadowy people and strange lights in their room. Steve decided to install cameras and motion sensors around the home to try and capture what was causing his family terror. It didn't take long before Steve captured some incredible footage of what his family had been witnessing. Take a look at these two clips showing strange bright orbs at the property.
They look like giant fireflies. Oh no, well that's not a giant firefly unless it's a close-up. What the bumbleclot?
Since its release, the footage has become one of the most talked about examples of paranormal evidence ever captured, and video experts around the world have confirmed that the video hasn't been tampered with. Some say it could just be fireflies, but Steve has dismissed this, and he and his family remain convinced that the footage is proof of the paranormal activity that took place at their forest home. Stanley Palace.
Fireflies can be very creepy, you know. Especially, let's say, you know, I'll give you an example of myself on back on the island and thing, you know. And at night, I'd go sit on the steps in the backyard. You know, there was 3 steps down into the yard itself, and we had a concrete walkway around the house because the mud there was really sticky when it rains. So I'd go in the backyard, and yeah, I'd admit it. You know what I mean? I would puff a little something, you know what I mean, and thing. So I'd be sitting back there, and all of a sudden, a firefly would go by. And especially when you're in that altered state of mind, A lone firefly in the pitch dark of the night because there's no street lights and there's no moon and the stars are hidden that night. And that firefly just, it definitely looks bigger when you're in that altered state. It definitely, it's like, the bumbo clot just went through that bush there. Yeah. I've had that happen to me before, I'm like all chilled out, blam, blam, I'm just like, yeah, life is good, I'm in a mellow mood. You know what I mean? Got a little champagne going on the scene and thing, and then, yeah, I've had that happen to me before. Fireflies are creepy stuff, but I said something in another one of the videos too. There is probably some type of organisms that we don't see, and they get caught sometimes by camera. Like you see like little orbs flying around, in the forest and stuff like that, but you don't see anything. Have you ever heard a buzzing song around you, like there's a bug around you, but you can't find it? You don't know where it is? I'm not saying it's what I'm saying is actual fact, but just think about it. And like I said, if viruses could fly around there and we can't see it, what else is there flying around out there that we can't see? You know what I'm saying? There we go. It's probably could be, and viruses, you could see it through stethoscopes, or not stethoscopes, but what do they call them thing? Microscopes. You could see them through that, can't you? So maybe there's things that you could see through camera lenses that we can't see without the naked eye. And we know that's a possibility there. So there's probably bugs flying around that we don't see, and every once in a while we see it in the camera and we go, oh my God, what is that? And I'm not talking about little insect things, probably the size of a bird or something might be flying around out there. An eagle or something.
Stanley Palace is a 16th century building located in Chester, England. It's renowned for its paranormal activity. Doors will slam with no explanation. The temperature is known to change dramatically, and a mysterious lady can be heard singing around the property. As you can imagine, it's a popular place for paranormal groups, and during one investigation, the Saffron Paranormal Group managed to capture this terrifying footage.
Was that a couple of heads there or just one head?
The team were completely shocked when they reviewed their videotapes and couldn't believe that three figures seemed to be looking down at them whilst they sat on the bottom of the stairs. They pointed out that the middle apparition looks very much like a face. The group believe that they have caught evidence of three children's ghosts who are thought to haunt the area. So, are the three images simply car lights from a nearby road, or proof that Stanley Palace is haunted? On cold
Those three little ghosts are sitting there going, look at them stupid human beings, Peekaboo, I see you. They probably thinking these adults are so bloody stupid. They can't even see us. You know what I mean? They're just standing there looking at them, you know what I mean? We would like to think they'd be like, why don't you see us? Help us, we're stuck. They probably just standing there going, look at them idiots just sitting there. They don't even know we're here because children like to do that to you when they live in. What makes you think they're the same? They're not the same when they are not in the living, They're standing there going, look at that stupid adult. Can't even see me. Oh, just smack him.
December day in 2003, security cameras at London's Hampton Court Palace captured a strange video that to this day continues to shock experts. It all happened when security guards at Hampton Court kept finding a fire door open when no visitors were around. After checking the security tape, they were completely blown away by what they saw. Take a look.
Oh, that's creepy. Looks like somebody in the nightgown or something. Oh, you guys have somebody living in that bad boy that you don't know. That's a human being.
Some believe that the figure closely resembles
Nah.
King Henry VIII, who seized and later enlarged the palace in the 1500s. Although the footage does look too good to be true, Vicky Wood, who is a spokesperson for Hampton Court, said that she is completely baffled by it and that it is no joke.
No, that's a
The
human
security
being.
officer, James Forbes, has ruled out the theory that it could have been one of the estate workers dressed in a costume, as it has been confirmed that none of the workers own a costume like the one worn by the figure. He reported that it's incredibly spooky because the face just doesn't look human. The fact Hampton Court Palace have not sought publicity by promoting the palace as haunted leads many to think that they did indeed catch one of the best pieces of paranormal evidence ever.
Wow.
What do you think of this mysterious figure? So, that's 5 more creepy ghosts caught on camera. I want to keep making these top ghost sighting videos.
Wow. That was a pretty good one, actually. The last one, you know what I mean? That was pretty creepy. And I tell you why it's pretty creepy, because I'm from a former British colony, right? And a lot of the houses are built in the vein of what you see there. Like our stuff was like really old. Now we moved to a more modern house, but when we lived in the city, those houses, they were older. And let me tell you how old the houses they were. We had an iron chandelier. I'm talking about the old-fashioned, old iron chandelier. That house was so old. We didn't have any plugins. So we used to have irons that you iron your clothes with. You had to get up and put it into the light socket for it to work. That's how old those Blumbo-clad houses were that we live in. You know what I mean? And it got creepy at night now. It got creepy at night. And I never did see anything in there though. The only creepy thing I saw was my brother crawling through the window one night when he came home too late and didn't want anybody to know. But I hope you guys enjoyed these videos here, you understand what I'm saying? And the last one, I was a little bit skeptical of it until I saw it again. And then I saw that the person was actually looking kind of royal. I thought it was somebody just in a bathrobe, and then I think about the time period of that place. King Henry, my man, I don't know what you're looking for, but I'll come visit your little place for historical reasons. Just let me enjoy it, and please don't pop out at me. And sir, I know that you like the dark, so this is a place for you.